All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the 2020-2021 sixth grade award ceremony. All right, we're really excited today to come together and celebrate Team Polaris and all of your achievement in the classroom. Couple quick thank yous really fast. First of all, I want to thank Mr. Schmickens. He's our head custodian, who you guys will not see in the room right now because he doesn't like to be appreciated, face to face. But Mr. Schmickens, when you see him, tell him thank you. He does a great job of setting up the gymnasium and making sure everything looks clean and great, and just really does a nice job with the whole building. So thank you to Mr. Schmickens. Want to thank Mrs. Oftenkamp. Mrs. Oftenkamp is the secretary that sits closest to my office. She too does not like to be recognized in public, but she's an amazing person and an incredible individual, and someone whom, if you know her well enough, you'll know that our building would not function without Mrs. Oftenkamp. And she runs this award ceremony fully herself. She does all the double and triple checking. She talks to your parents. She communicates with the teaching staff. She does everything for these award ceremony, and that's one of the reasons they've been so successful. So thank you to Mrs. Oftenkamp. Want to thank the tech department for providing a live feed for our parents to participate in the award ceremony today. I know that it's, again, as hard as a parent to not be here, but we're happy that we have the technology and the ability to provide this ceremony not only live on YouTube, on our Comets Live page right now, but also it'll be recorded and there for them to watch later in the day if potentially that's the only time that they can watch. Finally, before we get started, I want to thank your teachers. Going into the school year, guys, as many of you know, we didn't know what this school year was going to be like. I told our staff I didn't know if we'd make it till October. Halloween was our target date. And our teachers really responded in the most incredible way possible to make sure that you guys had the opportunity to come back to school, to learn in a safe environment, and to achieve the high levels of achievement that we're here celebrating today. None of that happens without your teachers. So real fast before we get started, I'd like you guys to take time right now. A round of applause for your teachers, please. Many of you don't know this because you'll be lucky enough to only attend Amherst, but we have some of the best teachers in the state. So be thankful for that, embrace that, and always know that we're all very fortunate to be here working with this teaching staff. We're going to get started with our awards. We'll go through the awards list right now. We'll do the honors awards first. To have achieved the honors recognition, a student must achieve a cumulative GPA of 3.0 to 3.49 for the first 2 trimesters of this school year. So we will do the honors list first.
Okay. And congratulations. So remember, come down your aisle and up the center, and Mrs. Giacobbe has a certificate for you. Brooklyn Abraham. Jack Altmont. Alex Barnes. Brody Bonley. Ava Bublick. Sam Burtis. AJ Carter. Miles Dean. Ben DeJesus. Ajaya Harris. Bryson Hodke. Daniel Irvin. Nick Martinez. Delaney McCarthy, Adriana Ortiz, Jackson Perez, Austin Praiser, Naziah Reed, Madison Schenko, Aubrey Schwartz, Robin Sokol, Jason Sokol, and Walker Woods. And those are the students who received the honor award. Congratulations. Go ahead and return to your seats, and Mrs. Innes will be presenting the High Honors Awards.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Funderburg. To earn the degree of high honors, the following students have earned an academic award for high honors in the 2020-2021 school year. To have this recognition, a student must achieve a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 to 3.9999 for the first 2 trimesters of the school year. So congratulations to Zachary Anderson, Lincoln Blouse, Cameron Bourne, Jersey Brockmeyer, Robert Brooks Jr., Riley Cassidy, Jayliana Daniels, Honor Dusler, MacGyver Hogan, Kaylin Kelchert, Rosalie Kaplan, Eliana Kender, Rosalie Kitchen, Jillian Markowitz, Genevieve McKinney, Hunter Ryan, Addison Schwartz, Hannah Schwartz, Justin Seeley, and Christian Wolf. Congratulations. And next is Mrs. Innes.
You guys may have a seat. All right, I'm Mrs. Innes, and I have the honor of calling on the names of the students who received all A's for the first 2 trimesters this year. If these students would please come forward. Grace Blazina. Aniela DeAndrea. Gemma Delmonico. Caden Dunlap. Braylon Hans. Macy Johnson. Zachary Lopez. Austin Nicole Minor. Samantha Murphy. Larry Polanki. Helena Torres. Gabby Uvari. Max Wolchuk. If we could have a nice big round of applause for these students. Straight A's all year long. All right, you guys may have a seat. So Mrs. Kirshner and I have a couple special awards that we would like to pass out. And we wanted to recognize the students in each of our classes who showed the most growth in the MAP testing this year. And we made a big deal about that in all of our classes, and you guys worked really, really hard to improve your scores. So we wanted to recognize those students that the top 3 growth improvement people in each class. So in first period, and there's more than 3 because there were some ties here. So in first period, the students that showed the most growth, Noah Solak, Grace Blazina, Miles Dean Robertson, AJ Carter, Trey Thompson, and Genevieve McKinney. That's first period math class. Second period math class, Cameron Popovich Green, Kaylin Kalchert, Lucas Hassing, I believe he's absent, and Hunter Ryan. Third period math class, Zaya Reed, Honor Dusler, Caden Dunlap, Leah Takis, and Ashton Smith. I'm going to skip to 8th period class and save 4th for last. So 8th period class, Sam Burtis, Lincoln Blouse, and Alexis Myers. Fourth period, Connor Gallick. And then I have two young men that I'd like to recognize who both made over 20 points growth, which is wonderful. But these young men started off quite high to begin with. So it's very difficult to show growth when you're already at the top of your peers. So I would like to recognize Austin Praiser and Christian Wolf. I'm very proud of all of you. Congratulations. All right, you guys may have a seat. And Mrs. Kirshner has the same kind of award for language arts.
So I have spent a lot of time talking with all of you about growth mindset. And it's okay that you make mistakes, like when I didn't announce Mrs. Funderburg before and announced the wrong teacher. Look at that in front of the whole room here. But you keep moving forward and you keep trying to do better. And this improvement on the MAPS test shows this is you challenging yourself. And that's the only person you're competing with. And congratulations for doing so much better. The top 3 scores for improvement in first period are Jaden Becker, Adriana Ortiz, and Jacob Dusenberry. And may I just say, congratulations, Jacob. You made the most improvement in language arts this year of our whole team. Nice job. In second period, congratulations to Zach Lopez, Ajaya Harris, and Izzy Perez. Well done, Izzy. Jillian Markowitz in my third period class, Bobby Brooks, Delaney McCarthy, and Shariah Sample. Those were the top. There was a tie. So that's why I have 4 people, because 2 people improved the same amount. In fourth period, congratulations to Lincoln Blouse, Maya Lena, Alexis Myers, Jada Greenhill, wonderful job. And finally, in my 8th period class, congratulations to Peyton Alverson, AJ Carter, Alexis Webb, and Austin Praiser. Okay. Okay, and I am going to stay up here because in each department, language arts, math, science, social studies, and music, we teachers got to select as well to give an award. First though, let's give a hand to the ELA MAP Score Award winners. You may have a seat. Have a seat. And so, just like I said, right along with the MAP scores, I was looking for students who showed growth this year, who just really came into language arts and always tried their best. And so my first award winner is a young lady who just impressed me this year with her amazing personal growth. She is now more willing to try something new than when we all started in August. She works harder when she is challenged. And sometimes when things frustrate her, she now knows how to take a moment and regroup so she can keep tackling that problem. Both her abilities this year and her grades showed all of these wonderful skills improving. I'm very proud of you and the example of what you set for what's possible. Congratulations, Adriana Ortiz. Come. The second student I want to recognize is a young man who is consistently enthusiastic about learning. He is always excited to do his best. He is always ready to participate in class. And it is always a delight when he has questions and doesn't get something, because he always asks for help and appreciates for opportunities to grow. So my second Language Arts Award is to Austin Frazier. Congratulations. I also, Mrs. Malat was not here today, and she chose a student that has been such a pleasure to work with. She always appreciated her effort and conscientiousness in the classroom. Her work ethic showed Mrs. Malat she knows you have a great future waiting for you. Your potential is limitless and your future is bright. And Mrs. Malat chose Jaliana Daniels. Those are the Language Arts Awards, so you guys can sit down. And next we have the awards from the math department.
All right, I have two students that I want to honor as well for math. The first one is a young lady who maintained a nice, strong, solid high A all year. She completes all her work on time and is always eager to share her ideas with other students. She's kind and she's helpful. She's taken a new student under her wing to make sure that she understands a new language and the situation where school is quite different. And I would like to honor Gabby Uvari for her hard work in math this year. The second student that I want to honor is someone who has worked exceedingly hard this year. He has shown great growth throughout the year. And the thing that really made this student stand out amongst his peers is that he doesn't always get everything right, but when he does, he always wants to know what he did wrong, and he wants to learn from those mistakes so that he doesn't continue to make the same mistakes. And that is how you learn. That's how you get better. So I would like to honor and recognize Bryson Hodke for his hard work in math this year. All right. Next up is Mrs. Funderburg and the Science Awards.
Well, for science was a big job trying to pick two people because we do so many group activities and activities where people are working together. And I mean, I could recognize so many of you, most of you have a little special place in my heart this year. But the first person on the first day of school, we're standing in the hallway, everybody's walking in, and here comes a canteen strapped to his belt. And I'm like, oh, that has to be a science person. All year long, this person has participated in discussion. He's led the class in conversations. He is an outstanding curiosity for science. And so I had to recognize Caden Dunlap. Come on up, Caden. You can stand right there. That's fine. My second person, this was a person who I would say has a lot of patience, a lot of dedication, works so hard, but shows the creativity, the interest in every topic, wants to do the very best that she can, and just warms my heart with all the little bits and pieces that added to a wonderful year. And so I want to recognize Samantha Murphy. And next up is social studies.
Just like Mrs. Funderburg, this was a difficult, daunting task for me. This is going to be remembered as such a special year. The year when we walked into social studies class and we just didn't know what the year was going to look like. And I just want to take a moment and say thank you to Team Polaris, all of you, for your hard work, coming in and learning. The first student I want to recognize came to class every day, ready to do the business of learning social studies. Whether it was an exciting lesson plan on the board or not, he did what was expected, and he did his best work for everything. I never heard one complaint from the student, not with words or body language. This is extremely rare for any middle school student. He kept his attention and showed a quiet willingness to learn from the very first day. He is soft-spoken. He is respectful of his teachers and his peers. He does not go along with the crowd when the crowd can get a little squirrely. He loves music. It brought me so much joy to see him groove with any type of music that came on in the classroom. Anytime music was playing, he was happy. I want to thank you for being kind and true, for being true to yourself and not going along with the crowd when you knew that they were doing something that they shouldn't. Thank you for bringing joy to the school, to the team, to the class, and to me. And for all these reasons, I am recognizing A.J. Carter for the Social Studies Award. I have one more student I'd like to recognize in particular. This student's quiet demeanor was such a welcome each day during a rather chaotic year.
She listened intently to everything I babbled on about in ancient history. She had her hand up for almost every question all year long, and she really learned so much. See, sixth grade social studies, that's all new stuff after we do math skills. All new information. She never once missed an assignment for me or was late. And when she was absent, the assignment was turned in before the end of the day. I could not honestly ask for any more from a student. And for these reasons, Aniela Andrea is my social studies student as well. Thank you so much, Aniela, who could not be here today. I would like to introduce Mrs. Anderson with some music awards.
Hi, I am Mrs. Anderson, and many of you know me as your music appreciation teacher. But actually, in a normal year, I spend most of my day teaching choir classes. We have a big group, and we all sing together, but unfortunately, this year we were not allowed to sing together. I hope many of you, however, will join me next year when we are hopefully able to do that. Students who wanted to do choir this year had to sing at home by themselves. I normally don't give any choir homework, and yet this year, everything was homework. They had to do it on their own time. Not many students chose to do that, and a few students did not stick with it throughout the year. So first of all, thank you to all of you who did choir with me this year for doing the work and for joining me on this brand new adventure. This particular student did the homework, recorded herself at home, and earned an A average throughout the year. But what made her stand out was her enthusiasm. In her recording, she smiled and she looked happy, and I could tell that she loves music. What's crazy is that I never actually got to see her sing live in person. We didn't get to share that joy, that love of music this year. So I am really looking forward to singing together next year and getting to know her better as a person. Congratulations to Kaylin Kalchert.
Good afternoon. I just want to congratulate all of you one last time. You guys did a great job. This was a crazy year. There's no doubt about it. You guys came to school, you worked hard, you followed all the rules, tried to keep your masks on, and for that, we are very thankful. I also want to say thank you to your teachers. They did a tremendous job coming to school every day, working with you guys, reminding you to keep your masks up and do your homework. So can we give them another round of applause? So I want to end today's assembly with a couple words from Dr. Seuss. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. I know you guys are going to do great things next year. I can't wait to see you as seventh graders. And this concludes our ceremony. I hope that you have a nice rest of the day. And I think that your teachers will be dismissing you by classes. So if you just sit here, we'll dismiss you in just a second. Thank you.